Your Country 1039 KGRT. Bless the broken road. That's Rascal Flats for you.
Time now for your question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Markets of Las Cruces. Fresh produce, bread, meat, honey, food trucks, handmade art, music, and more. Every Saturday and Wednesday, 8:30 a.m. to 1 p.m. downtown Las Cruces.
That's right. Time for our question of the day. Brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. Weather's warming up and great time to maybe get out, walk around downtown, and enjoy, have a little bit of fun at the Farmers and Crafts Market. Well, friends, our question of the day for today. Well, the biggest award show ever. Okay, not ever, but one of the biggest award shows of the year was indeed held over the weekend. And no, I'm not talking about the Razzies this time. Okay, I'm actually talking about the Oscars. That's right, the Academy of Motion Picture Awards show, right, for the best in movies over the last year. And actually, a lot of cool, interesting winners in there. For all of the K-pop Demon Hunters lovers out there, Golden did win for Best Original Song. Best Director was Paul Thomas Anderson for One Battle After Another. Actor in a leading role, Michael B. Jordan, yes, for Sinners. Actress in a leading role, Jessie Buckley for Hamnet. And Best Picture was One Battle After Another. I kind of think I saw that one coming, but, lots of actually fairly decent movies out this last year. Now, I did not get out as much as I wanted to go ahead and watch a lot of those new movies, but there were a few good ones right there. I don't know if any of your favorites won any of the awards, but, this is another one of those moments where we can share and possibly expand our own viewing list. So my question for you today was, did you see any good movies last year? Oh, yeah, really. Of course, we want to talk about some of the new movies that came out. There's always our old favorites. We always go back to those. I know that I do that a whole lot. But yeah, of all of last year's movies, did you see any good ones? Any ones that you thought were worth telling somebody, yeah, you should go check that out. It's pretty good. I was getting a lot of Sinners, but I like that genre. So it's pretty good. It really is. So, did you see any good movies last year? Yeah, let me know your answers for our question of the day. Of course, you can call them in. You can text them in at 575-523-KGRT. That's 575-523-5478. And, of course, as always, we are live on our social media pages, Facebook, YouTube. You can go ahead and, leave your comments down below. We'll share with the group any good movies that you would recommend. So, yeah, did you see any good movies last year that you wanted to share with the group? Let me know your answers for our question of the day. Call them in, text them in, leave your comments down below for our question of the day, which is brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces. All right. Exclusively up on our social media pages right now. I used to, there was a time when I was going out and watching a movie every single week. And it's not just because I worked at a movie theater. Okay. I did work at a movie theater when I was in high school. Loved it. Great time. But yeah, there was a time, I think when I first moved here, I didn't know a lot of people, didn't know what was going on. And yeah, I was at the movie theater like every single week. There were a few movies that I regret, spending my money on at that time, pretty much looking at you, Kazam. Yeah, I spend money to watch that one. But but I just recently more and more have not gotten out there. And part of it is like, are those really those blockbusters that are out there these days that you kind of look forward that everybody's talking about before they get in? I mean, the Marvel movies brought it back a whole lot for a little bit, but then that kind of fell off. And then we are getting a little bit of a buzz about the new Doomsday stuff, so we'll see exactly how that goes. But yeah, normally when there's a really good movie out there, everybody's talking about it. Everybody says how much you have to see it. And those are the ones that create that buzz. And not a lot of buzz for the past few years, especially since the pandemic. And I honestly don't think it all has to do with the fact that people got used to streaming things at home. I think it has to do with Hollywood in general. Personal opinion, mind you, just my personal opinion. So you don't have to follow that. But, just think about this last year. Did you actually see any good movies? Any good movies that you would recommend to go ahead and let people know about? yeah, you should go out there and watch Sinners. It's a really good movie. I'll be honest with you, even though K-pop Demon Hunters was streaming on Netflix, and I am, a little bit of a anime fan and a K-pop fan, a little bit. I like Blackpink. I'm not gonna lie, but it was a really good movie. Great story, moved right along. The songs were awesome. That was a pretty good movie. If you are an animation fan, I would definitely recommend catching that one, because also the animation style is really awesome. It really is on a technical standpoint. But yeah, did you see any good movies last year that you would recommend for our group? Go ahead and let me know your answers. 575-523-KGRT is the number. That's 575-523-5478. And of course, leave your comments down below. In the meantime, while we're waiting for a few answers, let's go ahead and see what is going on in and around the world for today, or at least in our general vicinity. Amazon founder Jeff Bezos is apparently the favorite to buy the Seattle Seahawks. He has shown some interest in purchasing the team since 2023, and Jeff has a net worth of $224 billion, so might be able to go ahead and string that. His credit's pretty good. Might be able to go ahead and get that financing for that. Let's see. Police in Daytona Beach are clearing spring breakers from the beach by driving a caravan on the sand with their lights, sirens, and horns. Spring breakers are posting videos of the clearance. Man, take all the fun out of things. Just can't even hang out on the beach. By the way, spring break for all of our NMSU students. I know that. I should have asked that question. Did you guys plan any trips for spring break? Speaking of the box office, it looks like Hoppers was number one this weekend. Reminders of Him, number two, Undertones, Scream 7, and Goat. Goat still in there in the top 5 for this last weekend. So once again, I'm looking for your answers for our question of the day. The Oscar Awards were held last night. One battle after another got Best Picture. And Jessie Buckley got leading role for an actress. Leading role for an actor was Michael B. Jordan. And even K-pop Demon Hunters got Best Original Song. I'm sure they had to. I didn't check the animation category. Should have checked that one before I started. Oh, well, those were the big 5 that I saw. And yeah, pretty good night, I think, overall for the movies. But did you see any movies last year that you would recommend and share with the group? Yeah, let us know your answers for our question of the day, brought to you by the Farmers and Crafts Market of Las Cruces.